Hey guys, now I want to answer a question, my own question, right? So I've been asking myself about what luxury means. Now I would say this, right? I will answer another question, which is why luxury cars are normally very powerful. I mean, why do luxury vehicles normally come with a V6 or V8 big horsepower engines? Now you see this, like a luxury car comes with a lot of features. We all know that, like for example, like an S-Class. An S-Class comes with air suspension, right? And then comes with many other goodies such as sunroof. You get electric seats at the back as well. Of course, at front you get electric seats as well, and you get many more features, very complicated things. Now, with all those equipment placed into a luxury vehicle, you expect the car to be heavier than usual mass market cars like your Corolla, your Civic, or your Nissan Sylphy. I mean, in our region, right, we call it a Sylphy. In America, we definitely call it something else. We call it the Nissan Sentra. Yep. But the thing is this, because with all those equipment put inside, right, if you put only if let's say you put in a 2.6 V6 into a W220, I tell you that car is not going places. Even with the S280, some people are not satisfied with the performance of the car. And apart from that, right, you need to know that people who buy these cars, right, they are normally businessmen who want to get things done in a very fast manner. I mean, not always in a fast manner, but what they want is efficiency. Because imagine if a businessman buys something like a Toyota Innova, right? That car in Malaysia, in our region, right, only comes with a 2.0 dual VVTi engine, which is more fuel efficient than its predecessor, alright, the Innova Reborn, if that's the correct word. No, not Reborn, the Innova Revolution, alright, which is the Innova from 2004 lah, basically. Imagine this, imagine you have a luxury vehicle which is as low as the Innova 2.0. I mean, how are they going to get things done in an efficient way? Because 0 to 100 in around 14 or 15 seconds, right? That is not something very, very beautiful, to be honest. And you need to see that for, let's say, a W220, right? That car, the least powerful engine given to it is the 2.8 liter V6 engine, which 0 to 100 in an E280, right, is 9 seconds plus. So I assume the S280 is going to do a 0 to 100 sprint in maybe around 11 seconds, I guess. So there you have it. Like, they have to do things faster, because what businessmen do, right? Now, businessmen, their job is to solve people's problems. So, for example, did Proton solve my problem? I would say they did, and they did not, because well, I would say this, like, Proton created this small vehicle, right, so that I get to travel around in, at least I get to travel around. I don't have to take public transport all the time. But the thing is that this Iris, right, sometimes I find that the fuel consumption is a little bit too high, which that is one problem that Proton did not solve. So basically, imagine this, imagine a person trying to solve other people's problems, other consumers' problems, and you give them a car that is underpowered. Of course, that is not a nice thing. That is why luxury vehicles are designed to be faster, right? And lastly, I would say this, like, a luxury vehicle, right, why they are given more power is because that they want to say they want to separate themselves from the masses. Because how would you feel if your S-Class accelerates in the same time as a Corolla Altis? That doesn't sound very nice, right? So what you want to do is that you basically want the manufacturer to give the car a more powerful engine, so that when you ever do a 0 to 100 challenge with a cheaper vehicle, then you would realize that your more expensive Mercedes vehicle is able to accelerate faster than a Toyota Corolla. Now, that's why nowadays when I see some cars like the 740i or maybe the Jaguar XJ, right? Because what I know is that the Jaguar XJ comes with a 2.0 turbo ingenium engine, which actually set in another car with the same engine, which is the Jaguar F-Pace. Doesn't sound too sporty, but I'm talking about the engine sound, right? It is alright, like it is fast enough to get you around. But the thing is this, buying the Jaguar XJ with a 2.0 4-cylinder engine, with a turbocharger of course, you may ask yourself this question, like, why does my friend's Toyota Corolla come with a 2.0 4-cylinder engine as well? Although of course the Corolla is a naturally aspirated car, but the thing is that in terms of the engine form, right, the form factor of the engine is basically the same as the Corolla. You'll be thinking like you paid around, I think the pricing of an XJ is around 600,000 in Malaysia. For a used unit you can get one for around 300,000. So yeah, I mean, like in the past, if you go back to 1995, right, so at that time you have the S280, which comes with a proper 6-cylinder engine, although naturally aspirated, but you still get the growl of the 6 cylinders inside the car. And if you compare it to a Corolla back then, of course a Corolla back then came with a 1.6 engine, which was quite fast for its time, and yeah, it's a 4-cylinder. So, and the engine in the S-Class, the base model S-Class, is a 6-cylinder. So there you can see the contrast. But nowadays, emissions are the bitch, because basically we have to use smaller capacity engines to save the environment in a way. So that's why you can see more luxury vehicles using 4-cylinder engines. Although of course a luxury vehicle makes more power than a mass market vehicle, but the thing is that the current form factor of some luxury vehicle engines, they are just a little bit discouraging. Like for example the Zafiro, right? It comes with a V6, and that car only costed about 140,000 ringgit back then. So you can see that you bought a Japanese mid-sized sedan, right? And you still get the same number of cylinders as a S280. 6 cylinders, I mean inline 6 or V6, just call it 6 cylinders in this video, right? So yeah, there you have it guys. So if you like my content, please press the subscribe button. Now, what does luxury mean to me? Now, as I said in the earlier part of the video, right, luxury is basically the factor that sets you apart from the masses. So that's one reason. And another definition for this is that luxury is something that pampers you when humans can't pamper you, because basically you can think about a few different types of luxuries, right? You can think of luxurious condominiums, you can think of luxurious vehicles, you can think of luxurious watches, which it tells the time, but it looks better than normal watches. Those watches that are around 3,000 ringgit. So luxury, in my view, is that it has to look better than a normal thing, right? And also it has to be more spectacular than normal things, such as basically you pay more, but when you pay more, you know that you are being rewarded. Oh yeah, one thing, luxury is something that makes you feel that it is made specifically for you. Now for example, if you buy a Mercedes vehicle, right, so you can see that the overall interior design, right? Let's say for example, okay, we compare a C-Class interior with the interior of a Toyota Camry, right? What can you see there? You can see that basically in the C-Class, right, you get more leather stitchings around the interior, such as on the door panels, a bit of them on the dashboard as well. But in the Camry, yes, you get a little bit of them, but to be honest, you can feel that the Camry is not made specifically for you. Whereas when you buy a C-Class, right, you can feel that, you know, Mercedes actually made this car just for me and not for anyone else. And yes, I think that that's probably one of the best definitions of luxury. And yep, thanks guys, so see you next time.